Smooth 98.1 here. We are 30, just gone past 6:30, and this is Business Express on Smooth Breakfast. I'm Sope Martins, and for the next 15 minutes, I've got Rotus in to discuss what is going on with Nigeria and our economy at Christmas. Hi, Rotus. How you doing?
Hey, Sope, good morning to you. Good morning to all our viewers, listeners out there. Yep, we're almost just a couple days to go. Christmas is Saturday or Sunday? Sunday?
Sunday.
What day it is? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay, Sunday. So two more days, three more days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on real quick. Let's get people to join the conversation across the different platforms. We're already streaming live up on youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos, where you can join the conversation with the live chat. So just leave your comments there. You can also send WhatsApp messages to 0809 440 981. And you can go up on Twitter, where we are at smooth981FM. Use the hashtag businessexpress981. So first things first, Rosus, let's actually, before we get to the Christmas fuel, because I'm going to call this the story of Christmas fuel or lack of Christmas fuel, let's talk about the CBN's 2-week turnaround.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm a bit surprised that they did it. I wanted to see them really test this policy because, well, just for those that don't know, the central bank has revised the cash withdrawal limits. Initially, for individuals, it was 100,000 per week. If you went over 100,000, you paid, I think, a 3% penalty. For businesses, I think it was 500,000 for businesses. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you paid a 5% penalty if you withdrew more than that. And the central bank said, look, that we have agents, 1.4 million agents across the country. The banks also have agents as well, as far as rural areas are concerned. And, if you needed cash that bad, depending on what you're trying to do, you could use electronic means. I know the networks aren't as reliable as they should, but this was supposed to be in conjunction with the new Naira notes. They were very clear that vote buying at the election and all these other shenanigans were what they were targeting, in addition to boosting the cashless policy. And now they've turned it around, and now it's 500,000 per week for an individual, 5 million for a business. So the opportunity to test the upper bounds or the limits of the cashless policy, I think they've lost that opportunity, because most of the backlash that you saw was from House of Reps members and I think politicians. Remember, they attempted to use the DSS, the State Security Service, to arrest the governor of the central bank on quote unquote terrorism financing charges. So I think he caved. I think he caved to the pressure from politicians. And I think that's why, because I didn't see this big backlash online, some people were complaining, but some folks said right before Christmas, where people want to go and buy things, that was going to be an issue. But I was having this debate with somebody else.
When it wasn't going to be Christmas, by the way, it was going to be January, where people don't buy things because they all the things in December.
You go to Sura markets, Balogun, pick another market. So there are POS, agents there that allow you to take out cash. Yesterday on Personal Finance, we're talking about planning your purchases ahead of time. Depending on what you're going to go and buy, you can go to a bank before you go if you need cash, So look, I just feel that they should have allowed more than 2 weeks. And he did say, the central bank governor, when he went to Daura in Katsina State to go and visit with the president, whose backing he had on these matters, he said, the central bank would be open to revising these things. I just didn't think it would happen in 2 weeks. So I think he caved. I think he caved to political pressure. That's what I think. I think he caved.
You know what, Deb? I'm not mad at this news. I'm sorry, Rotus, but I know because you can't force a chicken to eat its feed by throwing it at its head. You can't.
Right, right, right.
You have to lay it down and let the chicken come to you before you kill it, cook it, and eat it. I'm just saying, you can't toss it at its head. And I, for one, and I say this constantly, I don't like carrying money around, especially here in Nigeria. First of all, it flies out of your hands too quickly. Second of all, I just got a batch of money because Christmas of cash, and it smells. It smells. I had to use household gloves to touch it. It smells. I don't like carrying money. I don't like touching money. I don't think we have great money etiquette or great cash etiquette here in Nigeria. But also, if I can't buy stuff because I don't have cash, that's a problem. And it is a problem because I went to a couple of places this week, just not even this week, let's say in the past 2 days, where there were network problems, POS problems, and I couldn't transfer and I didn't have cash. I had to go home, get cash, and go back.
Wow. Are you serious?
I'm serious. So whilst I am a big fan of letting everything go digital and electronic, I'm a big fan of it. But unless those networks are there, unless the infrastructure is there, you're not going to catch me just nodding my head. You're not.
Right. Right.
So well, I mean, that's say, like for me, if I were heading the CBN and we're coming out with policies, I would tell my people, if we want to take things cashless, live for a week without touching cash and see what works. That's what I would say. Yeah. But who am I? Not the CBN governor.
I get you. And that's, usually when there's an issue, a network issue, it's either or. So either you can transfer the POS don't work, or the POS work and you can't transfer. That's your situation where nothing was. I mean, were you on the outskirts of town, or where were you?
I was right here in the middle on the island. I mean,
that's an issue. That definitely is. I get you. And look, well, perhaps with Christmas this close and people buying things, maybe the timing. You can make a question of the timing, but. Again, I'm thinking maybe I'll do a little research on this and go around a few markets and see what they have. Between the agents, between the POS machines, between I guess network is an issue. They really should have given this more than just 2 weeks. I mean, did you see a backlash? Did you have everybody screaming where you were going that, no.
So funny enough, a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people feedback that I was getting, they're like, it's not bad. It's not bad. A lot of the callers on Lagos Talks said it's something that they can get behind. The only issue that would come up from time to time was timing.
Yeah.
And it's a timing thing. Like, look, they're introducing in the UK, what is it? They're introducing the King Charles notes by 2024.
Right.
Yeah, live then. By 2024, there's time and there's space and there's the need for people to get their minds around things for adoption. But yeah, let me read this message. Michael Adetutu, who says about CBN's revised policy, the previous policy stated that the weekly withdrawal is capped at 100,000 weekly for individuals, 20K daily for them. However, the new policy capped at 500,000 weekly for individuals, but nothing was said about the daily limit. As usual, flaws in the CBN's policy. Rotus, what would the daily withdrawal limits be for individuals under the new policy?
No, it's divided by 5, isn't it? So that 100,000 a week divided by
20,000 daily. So it would be 100,000.
Yes, 100. Yeah, I think if you divide by, I think going by, although what about weekends? But I don't know. Going by 5 days, I think it's 100. It's gone. They've just basically allowed people to do what they want, and that's just we missed an opportunity here. I think I really do think we missed an opportunity here. So what else is happening?
Can we move? Fuel? Yeah, let's talk about Christmas fuel. The fact that there's for a second it seemed like the queues were dying down, and they were like, no. We're alive and healthy and well.
It's a shame. yesterday, I mean, I recorded a parts of the Lagos where there was gridlock. They're still saying before Christmas, it's already Thursday. You got just literally, for anybody who wants to go and buy gifts or do last minute shopping, you've got just today and tomorrow. And you can imagine how difficult that's going to be when there's fuel lines. Maybe to help you save money. Maybe you can use that as an excuse to tell people that I didn't buy you a gift because I didn't have fuel to move anywhere, and so on and so forth. But it's, then there's also the aviation fuel issue as well. So it's just, we don't deserve this, and we deserve better. And people should just, they should really, really come out and vote next year and make their feelings and thoughts known at the ballot boxes, because you can't keep going through this every year. It's just not, it's not right. It's not fair. And nobody deserves this. And please, people should have to go into the hospitals to check on their blood pressure, stress levels, and so on, because it's this stuff is unhealthy. It really is unhealthy.
People, let your PVCs keep you warm this Christmas time, because you know what you're gonna do when it gets to February. So there. But yeah, that's one thing that's for me, because a lot of people use roads, the road transport network, to get home for Christmas, and the fuel scarcity and the fuel queues. I just I don't think I can actually imagine how much of a knock-on effect it's going to have on people's journeys.
Yeah.
I can only imagine it's going to have a pretty significant effect. Yeah. So
of course it will. Yeah. I mean, and again, it's just this is back down to deregulation. The marketers are trying to force the hand of government to increase price. That's what this is about. That's what it's about for the fuel thing. I hear that's what's going on with the aviation fuel as well. The marketers are trying to, Jet A1. Even though that's deregulated, I guess there's an issue where they're not paying full price, or they're not collecting all their money from the planes. The airlines. So just remove the handbrake from this thing, do it gradually, and let's let Nigeria stop suffering, because at the end of the day, fuel subsidy is a tax break for wealthy people. You're not doing anything.
What are the chances, do you think, that we would get a January 1st surprise like we did 10 years ago?
The thing is, for it to happen right before the election in February, I'm skeptical.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, the opposition party would jump on the ruling party's neck, saying that they're trying to suffer Nigerians, even though they should be using that as their language right now, since this is what's going on. So I doubt it. I'd be really surprised if that did happen.
I would wonder then, actually, 10 years down the line, if I know it's improbable, but if it did happen, what people's reactions would be to it? Would it be the same as 2012, or would people just be like, you know what, it's 10 years later, we've learned, it's okay, you grow in 10 years,
just let's
accept it.
All right, let's just go. And that should have done that, but opportunity missed.
So to end the show, I'll take Ogene Ochiko's message, who says, gang, another policy flip-flop by the CBN. It just gives an indication how weak our institutions are. The number of failed bank transfers through electronic means can't be compared with the successful transfers, period. Well, you know what? You have a point, because people can isolate the data, but actually, if you put it in comparison, okay. True. Okay. There we have it. Okay, Rotus.
There we have it.
Don't worry, it's 3 days till Christmas and 2 working days. We'll see what happens.
Exactly.
Tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
Exactly.
Friday. Tech Friday. Okay, yes. We'll talk about something different tomorrow. Don't bring fuel into the mix. And let me just read this one. Okay, so what? Okay, this is interesting. Let me just read quickly. Tunde says, Ayola Akinfala says, your analogy of letting the chicken come to the feed doesn't quite work in terms of certain policies or agendas. Talking to me, by the way. He says, digital adoption will not become pervasive by choice. A very large number of Nigerians are still apathetic to digital payments, even when they have the tools to use it. We just like cash, but cash handling is very, I'm one of the few who doesn't. But cash handling is very costly. There's no audit trail for cash transactions, and it aids corruption and sharp practices. Ayola, not arguing with you on any of those. He goes on to say the banks and the fintech companies just need to strengthen their infrastructure so we have stability. Yes, sir. That's all. Just strengthen it. Just a little tweak here, a little tweak there, a big tweak here, and let the money be flowing so that we don't even see it. And Frank says, Rotus fuel subsidy is not a tax break for the rich. Have you run the maths where the price will be post subsidy? Over 800 naira. Don't use official FX rating in computation. All right, people, we need to end the show.
All right, we'll leave it there.
Okay, Rotus, I'll see you tomorrow for a Tech Friday edition of Business Express. And till then, don't join a fuel queue anytime soon. Conserve your fuel, stay at home.
I'll try not to. Thanks.
All right, have a great day.